It's the Dynasty Front Office, and we are building you championships one trade at a time. I'm your host, Jesse Schneeman, and I'm here with the two best friends anyone could ever have. Welcome back, the auspicious Austin Bell. How you doing tonight, Austin?
Oh, man, I'm doing good. It's been way too long since I talked to y'all and saw y'all's pretty faces and Jesse. Um,
So you think Mike's pretty?
I mean, yeah, at least objectively at the minimum. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good before you told me I was ugly.
I didn't say you were ugly.
That's what I heard. You have a beautiful winter wonderland behind you.
Oh, thank you. It's 'tis the season.
Yeah, I love it. I'm surrounded by all of our Christmas decorations. We got the outside done and the tree up, but nothing else. So it's all
You're
in.
a slacking.
We
You
have
have
a lot of
literally
company,
2 weeks to the day, sir.
a lot of company this week. Look, the season's short this year.
Wow, the season is the exact same length as always.
Thanksgiving was a week late.
Oh, that is true. So you
So-
have less excuses. Should have had it ready.
No, I was away for a week for Thanksgiving.
Oh,
It was-
so,
it was,
oh, okay.
It was wonderful. I love my in-laws and their entire family.
That's good.
And Major Mike Casper, how you doing tonight, Mike?
What's up, man? I finally put up outside lights on this house that we've now lived in for 2 years. This is the third year.
Nice,
So
nice.
first time. Was really mad though. There are plugs that were built in. It's a new build. There are plugs built into the roof
Oh,
for that specific thing,
and, they
and
don't
the
work.
plugs don't work. Yeah, it was
Ah,
super.
perfect.
I was like, awesome. Warranty's up and all that too. So I'm like, awesome. Thanks, guys.
Wow.
But it's really so it's your fault is because you didn't do it the first 2 years. Is that what came to the family conclusion?
Yeah. That's the understanding.
Did
Perfect.
you put the lights on those hinged like flip down boards so you can just like flip them up when you're done and just flip them down when it's Christmas next year? You did? Nice. Good
Yeah,
job.
he had Santa's elves help too.
I wish. I
Good job,
did.
Clark.
I wish I had those ones.
She's a real beauty, Clark.
No, I was doing it. The funny thing is, like, everybody in my neighborhood, now granted, I think I live with a lot of people that most people have some money, I think, but they all have the same, like, bulbs. It's like all the same bulbs professionally installed, but it's really boring. Like, everybody has the same thing. And so we actually have icicle lights. They're
Nice.
like warm icicle lights.
Oh.
And we have
Yeah,
new
we have-
ones, and they look awesome. I'm like,
Yeah, we have something like that too. We have like it's like a twinkling snowflake icicle kind of deal going on. And then we have some snowmen because my last name means snowman. Everyone out there, does anybody know that? My last name means snowman in German.
Mine means ghost.
What does it mean in English?
I'm just kidding.
In English, it means schneeman.
Oh, I didn't know.
It means snowman. So it's snowman
Okay.
in English, schneeman in German. But yeah, so there's always a lot of snowmen around my house, around the holidays. My father's house, he goes nuts with it.
It's pretty cool to be honest.
Yeah, we got to keep Krampus away.
Yeah.
You know, do you know who Krampus is, Mike? Yeah, if you don't decorate and you're not full of the holiday spirit, he'll come and encapsulate you in a snow globe for the rest of your life.
Nice.
Wonder what scene Snow Globe though, because I could think of worse things.
Well, in the movie, it's just like them having a perfect like Christmas by the fire. So it's really not that bad.
That's what I'm saying. Like I could think of a lot worse things than being in certain situations. Snow globes.
Yeah. Some people did get eaten in that movie, though.
That's a little bit less enjoyable though.
All right, Mike, why don't you tell everybody where they can find us when we're not podcasting?
Yeah, so smack myself with the mic. YouTube and Facebook, Dynasty Front Office, Twitter, X at Front Office FF, Discord, link in the description. Live every Thursday, followed by pod release on Fridays. Please like and subscribe. Listener League is in the playoffs, and I just missed it. Dave just missed me.
Me too.
Just took by a couple points. Tiebreaker. I had a losing record anyway, so it doesn't matter. But we have shirts for 1-year players, and maybe we'll get them there by year 3. So join the Discord, become part of the family. Tonight we'll bring you the trade banger, off-season ideologies, free agents, and players to acquire. A little listener league recap / preview and pop culture fun. And that's a lot to jam into one episode. We'll do it.
This is the trade banger of the week, the deal that's too good, too bad, or just too wild not to talk about. If you've got a trade that shook up your league, send it our way. It just might be next week's banger. This week, friend of all of ours, I think we're in leagues with him, K-Dub. He sent this offer and said, what do you think? Did I go too crazy as a contender? Ironically, another friend of ours, VIP, is the one he made the trade with, and he had been asking me what I thought about it. So it kind of get it from both perspectives. But we're going to do this on K-Dub's side. He's a contender. He's in third place currently, so he's battling this week, and he had Justin Jefferson. As we all know, Justin Jefferson hadn't quite done what we wanted this year, whether that's his fault or not. But he wanted to get him a different receiver that was, hopefully the stud to go, but also not down tier too far away. So the trade is Sam Darnold, Justin Jefferson, and a late 26 fourth for Tyler Shuck, CeeDee Lamb, and what we now know is the 26 205. I guess in the basics, do we think it's a smart move to go from Jefferson to Lamb? And is the value difference good enough? I guess it would be Shuck and the 205 for Darnold. Jesse, what do you think?
Well, Chad, you're asking me who won the trade?
Not yet.
Chad will hopefully be back next week. No, seriously. Do I think it's smart to go from Jefferson to Lamb right now? Yeah. I mean, Lamb's playing this week. Most like he's on track to play per Schefter. So, yeah, he's attuned to this season where Jefferson is not. Now, would I make the trade? That's a different story. But yeah, if you're asking me philosophically, would I go from Jefferson to Lamb? Yes, I am getting older, but it's still in an elite tier, so I'm okay with it if it helps me win.
I don't mind as much going to Lamb either, but I think it's a lot closer than the difference between Darnold and Shook, right? As they say it.
Yeah.
I just feel like Darnold's worth a little bit more. So, and I mean, I don't know if you know, but I'm kind of curious who his other two quarterbacks on, because I feel like Darnold is a good situational streamer in there.
That is something we discussed, and he has Purdy and Baker.
Yeah.
So two guys you should feel good about starting weekly, at least for the rest of this season.
Yeah, but I mean, Baker's a little reckless and gets hurt and things like that too. So I just don't know if I'd say, oh well, you got to go to your QB3. I mean, granted, most people go to their QB3. It's probably a pretty big downgrade, but I feel like going to Shook is a really big downgrade.
Yeah, well, that's kind of my next question here. Is I know Jesse brought up in the Discord. Speaking of, got everybody join the Discord. He sold a Shuck share this week for a 27 second and felt good getting a share off, and that's because he has so many shares.
I have a ton of shares.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in that particular league, I have a ton of draft capital, and I thought,
you didn't have to defend yourself, Jesse. I was just saying you sold him for a second.
You were on Shuck.
I just wanted to push it.
Doing all right.
Capital forward to 28. That's all I'm saying. Or no, 27. I mean.
I mean, what is Shuck worth? Because personally, I think he's worth considerably more than just a future second. Though I really like the 27 class. You just paid a 25 second for him, and he's shown to be at least better than some of the other rookies. I mean, he's looked better than Cam Ward, and we've spent a first on Cam Ward. So, I mean, I feel like he's got to be maybe not worth a first, but that borderline range at this point.
All right, so coincidentally, Dallas came knocking on my door for Shuck in Listener League.
Mm-hmm.
Asked me what I wanted, and I told him more than I paid. I drafted him with the 209. So it has to be something better than that. His second this year is projected to be worse than that. Yeah. Actually, he's got to buy.
He's got to buy. So
it will be worse.
At minimum.
Be that or worse. So I asked him for QJ. and he agreed that that was pretty good value, but he needs him. So
It's fair.
it, if you're in the playoffs, you can't really, you know, especially in that league where no teams are deep. There's a lot of thin teams. You can't really afford to give
Yeah.
up a flex player like that.
Ton of parity in that league.
Yeah. So I asked him for 2 seconds, and he agreed that that was fine. And Mike, you're gonna have to leave and come back. Okay. He agreed that that was fair, but um, he hasn't exactly sent the offer.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm thinking is in that borderline of 2 seconds to maybe a future first, or if it's a team that is absolutely loaded, they're late first. At 111, 112 to 2 seconds, something like that. Because I mean, he looked decently solid, and I don't think there's any quarterback in this class that a team should take that high aside from Fernando Mendoza. And I don't think the Saints are going to be in that top 1-2 range to take him. So, it feels like he's going to get 26. We'll discuss this a little bit later, but the 26 quarterback free agent market is disgusting.
It's so bad. I didn't even
Like
list the quarterback.
disgusting. Yeah, there's none to list. So it feels like he should have the clear-cut spot in 26 outside of them trading for Kyler Murray. That would be the one thing that would obviously put a big corkscrew in that, but that doesn't seem likely
It doesn't
considering
seem
he's played
likely.
better. Yeah, I mean, he's played pretty good.
And they're kind of a rebuilding team.
Yeah.
If you're going to trade for a quarterback and an established quarterback like that on a big contract, it kind of has to be the last piece.
Well, again, we'll discuss this later on, but I'm going to get into Kyler's contract. We'll get
Okay.
into that in a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, so to me, it was Shuck in the second for Darnold, which isn't enough for me to move off Darnold, but it's not bad. I think it kind of covers the value difference for where I would want to be with Lamb and Jefferson from Vip's side, from him moving off of Jefferson to get Lamb. There's a tax for that playoff push. Even if you
Yeah.
view him as the same in a vacuum, if you're coming to me because you know this guy's going to score more points, it's going to cost you something.
It's ugly. Um, like if you look at it, it's ugly from the Lamb side.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting the worst player on both ends of that trade. I think, yeah, I don't think you should have had to give up Darnold, and I just don't think a second, like a mid-second, just doesn't move the needle for me.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be how Shuck is going to be the determining factor in this trade in 12 months. I mean, it could absolutely look like a slam dunk, or he could have basically gave Darnold up for a second, which obviously doesn't feel great.
Yeah, yeah, right, exactly. So
But
it so much hinges on whether Shuck starts next year or not. I mean, if Shuck starts next year, he's probably worth a first.
yeah, I mean, he's going to be for sure.
Yeah, and
So
that's early, like before you see how he plays.
yeah,
That could go up, or
I mean,
his value
if he
could go
finishes this
rapidly.
season, just how he's played, majority of the starts he's done now, I mean, he's going to be worth at least the first in the offseason.
Yeah, he's not been bad. I mean, he's been at least as good as Derek Carr was for them, right?
Oh God, he's been better personally, but yeah,
Well, with the rushing.
sure.
Um, and he's flashed some really nice throws, some deep
Mm-hmm.
throws. I mean, he's actually looked pretty good. He's had some rookie interceptions, and he's definitely been late at times, but it just seems like that's all. Just the more comfortable he is with the offense, that I think the more smooth you'll see him. You're
Yeah,
seeing the Shuck that I told you we were going to see, Austin.
I have a lot of shares too. I believed.
Yeah, well, I mean, at that price, how could you not?
Yeah, exactly. So who do you got winning? It sounds like it's pretty easy for you, but
Yeah, the Darnold Jefferson side is going to be so much better. Just even once this season is over, you don't even have to get into next season. Once this season is over, that side is going to carry more value.
yeah, Jefferson is a very interesting discussion though. Be honest, it's it, what Minnesota does with that quarterback room could hinge a lot on what Justin Jefferson's value is these next 12 months. Because if they don't figure it out and he doesn't start getting targets and usage, he's going to be a 27-year-old receiver that's not performing, no matter how talented he is.
If they don't figure it out, Kwesi's not going to have a job.
For sure.
I mean, you can't botch it this badly.
Yeah, but that doesn't help Justin Jefferson or dynasty managers.
Well, what I'm saying is he's going to be desperate. He's going to find something, whether it's the right something and it's going to help the team win or not. I don't know, but I think he'll at least get a competent quarterback in there that can feed the best wide receiver in the league.
Yeah, I hope so.
I mean, what about Kyler?
I don't think he fits the offense at all,
I don't
personally.
think he fits the offense either. What offense does he really fit?
I actually think he does decently well with the Saints with Kellen Moore. I actually kind of like that system for him pretty well. I think that would be a pretty good one. Or, I mean, I don't want it for Brock Bowers, but the Raiders system currently would also be pretty nice too, which will probably change. If Pete Carroll doesn't get fired, that won't change that much. But
well, Pete Carroll wasn't even the OC, and the
of course
OC already got fired. So there is
of course, that is true too.
So it's definitely going to be something new there. Whether that fits Kyler or not, I don't know. Hopefully, it just fits Genty and Bowers.
Yeah, that's what we need.
Jack Besh.
Sure.
Free Jack Besh.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. All right, well, this has been the Trade Banger.
It's been the Trade Banger. Oh,
that's you, sir.
All right, what do we got up next?
We have some off-season ideologies.
Well, Mike should be back at some point.
Hopefully.
All right, what do you got for me?
I mean, it kind of goes with the discussion we had just in this trade is when you're not a contender, getting these guys that you believe in for the next year can be vital. When everyone, myself included, you start as a contender, you start thinking, is this guy going to help me win these next couple weeks? Should I make this trade? Will I regret it in a year? I mean, I asked y'all today in the chat about a trade, and you said, yeah, you're going to regret it, but it's something that can help you win a championship, so you kind of have to do it. So as a non-contender, it's really important to try to fish in those avenues. I'll use the example I had. Roma Dunze as a non-contender is a amazing target, assuming you believe in the player, that you should be able to get at a considerably discounted price currently that hopefully within the next 12 months sees a huge boom in value. Brian Thomas Jr. is another one.
Yeah.
Somebody you believe in the value that just hasn't clicked this year. There's no reason to think that shouldn't click. Justin Jefferson apparently getting that higher tier. Players like that, there's only so many windows to buy these high-end assets. So as a non-contender, it feels extremely important to buy when you at these right moments.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going to end up with a lot of Justin Jefferson in the offseason. I think people are going to want to get out, and it's going to be at a price that I just feel myself jumping at. If it's like Lamb plus a little bit, I'm all over it.
I mean,
but I want to talk about Brian Thomas Jr. because I feel like people that have him on their playoff rosters are trying to get out of him. Mm-hmm. Do you think that's a smart idea?
Well, it depends on your roster because sometimes you don't have a choice. It's not a smart idea, but at the end of the day, the whole reason we play this is to win a championship. So sometimes you have to do stuff that's not quite as smart to help you win a championship.
What? So like add to him to get to somebody that's...
Yeah. 2 for 1 if you have the depth. I mean, you going for those guys like Rashee Rice. Obviously, you wish London was healthy. That would be another great target to try to move up to. I mean, it sucks, but you try to see where Pickens is at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and that one's dangerous because you don't know what's going to happen for his offseason. But, I mean, yeah, as a contender, sometimes you have to.
Jerry
It,
Sinclair sent me JMO straight up.
yeah, see, that just doesn't do it for me. It's a
I mean, JMO could win you your playoffs. Like
yeah,
he could win you your championship the way he's
for
been
sure.
playing.
Yeah, I mean, it's
So it's not something that you have to automatically just say no. Like I had to ask the Discord about it. I mean, on face value, it's like, oh, all right. So I'm giving up a guy that has top 5 to 10 potential for Jamison Williams. Like, hey, Mike Casper's back. Jamison Williams has what? Um, top what? 12 ceiling, 15. You think
yeah. I
he's
mean,
ever going to be a wide
I think
receiver
he
one?
can. I think he can be a wide receiver one.
Yeah.
Can be. I
In Detroit,
yeah.
he's re-up there.
I mean, for currently, none of them can stay healthy long enough besides him. Which who would have thought that? But you know,
Amon Ra didn't miss a game, did he?
yeah, he missed a
He
back
came out
half
of
of
the
a
game.
game,
Yeah.
correct, which got him a ton of usage. So you know, I don't know. I mean, I do think a top 12 is his ceiling. I don't think he's ever in that wide receiver 5, 6, 7 in a season discussion.
6, 7.
Welcome back. Oh my God.
You walked into that one.
No, I don't have kids. I did not.
I thought you did. I
just
thought
said
you
a
did that
normal
on
sentence.
purpose. You were like 5, 6, 7. I was like, man, he keep going.
No.
So, Mike, does Brian Thomas Jr. still have top 5 potential?
Sure.
Are you holding on to him because of that?
Yes, unless I was a contender and I really needed
Well, that's what
someone
I'm saying.
who's producing.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. If you're a contender and you need someone that's producing, would you trade him for JMO?
I don't feel like JMO's enough. I feel like there should be another flex piece in there at least or something.
What about
Really
Olave?
competing? I'd trade him for Olave.
Really? You'd rather have Olave than JMO?
Yeah.
I would, yeah.
I think JMO has a better chance of helping you in the playoff with the championship.
I mean,
this
Olave's been really good.
Yeah,
it's
Olave's
been
been he's
Really
the alpha
good.
there. So
Yeah, and the clear one.
Yeah, very clear.
I would hate to do that from a dynasty standpoint.
I don't want to trade him for Olave. I mean, I do like. I've always loved Olave, and now that he's in a really good system, like Kellen Moore's just a really really good OC, and a quarterback that he drafted and seems to fit his system and seems to all be working out. So it's be a tough time to trade Olave away. But I mean all right. So from a non-contender, would you do that? Would you trade Olave? Speculate
Yes.
on BTJ.
Yes.
You really think that upside is still there, Austin?
Yeah, I mean, very few players. We've seen a couple, but very few players flash to that degree their rookie season and don't figure it out going forward. I mean, we have seen it.
According to reception perception, it's 0. There are no players that flashed to that degree and didn't figure it out later.
Yeah. I mean, Chase Claypool is the one that flashed significantly. I mean, 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns his rookie season. And didn't. And same thing with Kelvin Benjamin, but that was for off the field issues, really for both of them, if we're going to be honest. But
yeah,
I mean, we don't know what's going on with Brian Thomas Jr., so we can't speculate that. But
that's true.
You know, assuming stuff's okay on the off the field. I mean, his catch rate's gone up significantly since that first month. He's back up to like 69%, which puts him right around league average.
Yeah, and he's not being asked to do everything in the offense anymore. He's being asked to do what he does well: play X, win deep. Like I said, do the things that he does well. Not go over the middle and be afraid to get hit.
Yeah, and the targets aren't being there is the scary part.
Yeah.
The guy that just came in to a new offense is out targeting him. That's not ideal. Jacoby Myers doing that already is not ideal. But you know,
he's a veteran. He's a veteran that fits that role perfectly. Knows exactly how to run those routes, and he just seems to gel with Trevor immediately. That's probably luck that he just happens to run the routes the way Trevor likes them.
Yeah, imagine if he ran good routes.
Yeah, that'd be even better.
Could you imagine that?
Mike, did you Did you clear your cache before you came back?
Of course I did, Jesse. Always. And it's still sucking, but here we are.
Mike, Austin and I have been talking a lot. What do you got for me on this off-season ideologies?
Off-season ideologies. So, did you guys already discuss did you discuss your trade at all, Austin, that you presented to us today? So I feel like it kind
at the
of
baseline, and that's kind of was my
where
discussion.
it came from.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He didn't say what it was.
I did not. So you can go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So, well, now I'm trying to remember what it was. All I know is it was to get Rashee Rice.
It was I would acquire Rashee Rice and give up Roma Dunze and Mason Taylor.
Yeah. And that's like the exact kind of win now kind of trade I would do. You know, obviously you've got to look at roster. The big thing for you if you're a playoff team, right, and you're competing is, okay, if I trade for this player, who am I taking out of my starting lineup for this player? Is it a significant enough like jump? Say like I don't know if you know off the top of your head who he'd be starting over, but say it's someone like Keenan Allen. Like, yeah, I'd much rather start a Rashee Rice over, say, someone like a Keenan Allen. And I feel like that definitely adds to your overall potential to maximize your roster in the playoffs. So I say that because I feel like I grind more during the playoffs than I do during the regular season. Like, we're just trying to make like microtransactions here and there. And, you know, you hit a point mid-season or 3/4 of the way through the season where you're like, I'm not a competitor anymore. And then you start looking at stuff. But now I'm looking at teams over and over and over again of, hey, what are some targets that I can have? Maybe not even for this week, but maybe even for next week. Like if I've got to buy, like I know that's the case for you, Austin. Like you're worried, but you're possibly worried about, hey, well, what if Rice, you know, gets injured this week, which is good and smart, I think, too. But I just hope that's as long as no one else is coming after that player,
Right?
Too, right?
That's
Like
always my worry.
I would hate to see Rice be traded to someone else, and you're like, oh, and then he just crushes.
So that's one thing I said to him whenever I messaged and said, hey, I'm going to hold off a week because I'm on bye. I said, but please give me an opportunity before accepting another deal if Rice is involved. He said he will, assuming it's not an offer that he just literally can't say no to.
Can't refuse. Yeah.
Which I thought was fair and reasonable. And luckily, me and this person have had, you know, multiple trades done and have good communication. So I think that will happen. But yes, that was a huge worry coming into it.
So I've kind of done the same thing with two other players on a much more acquirable level, and that's Brissett and Michael Wilson. So I would love to have those guys for the playoffs, but not this week.
Not this week. They're playing the Texans, right?
Exactly. Yeah, they're
No
playing
way.
the Texans. So I'm not giving up a second for Michael Wilson, which is what he's worth.
Yeah.
I'm not giving up a second for Michael Wilson if he's not gonna produce this week, and then I'm gonna be eliminated. And I gave up my second for a guy that I don't know if I really want to give a second for Michael Wilson next year. No, I don't actually. So, and same with Brissett.
Yeah.
So, I messaged both of those guys and I said, listen, if someone comes after them in the next week, let me know if you don't mind. But if you know, assuming I make it through, I'll probably send something.
Yeah, no,
So,
that's smart too.
Mike, you brought up who would I be taking out? I mean, realistically, it's probably one of Mike Evans, T-Mac, or J-Mo. That's who Rice would swap with, which at that point, it doesn't feel as good making that trade.
No,
I would don't make that trade.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Yes.
No, because I would start. I would just start J-Mo and be so happy.
Yeah.
That is why, like, what the like the nitty gritty of the, instead of just who do you take in this trade, I'm a contender, is really important.
Yeah, I hadn't looked at my roster this
me.
week, and you know, I didn't have Mike Evans, and I have Garrett Wilson also coming back.
Garrett Wilson's coming back?
Yeah, he's been practicing this week.
Oh.
I don't know if he's going to play, but he's been practicing this week.
Hopefully he plays, so at least you got something going into next.
I need to withdraw an offer.
So I didn't realize that because I've been starting Shakir and Kincaid, and that felt terrible the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
But now with Evans back, you know, T-Mac's off by, and hopefully Wilson, it's a good point. I'm not really going to need Rashee Rice.
Yeah. Yeah, that does change it a little bit for me.
Yeah, me too, for
I-
that matter, because I was ready to
Yeah.
pull the trigger.
I mean, how can you really trust Garrett Wilson though coming back off of injury?
True.
Yeah, but you don't even have to start him based off what you said. Like his
Yeah.
JMO, T Mac, and Evans. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if I make that trade then.
Okay, that's at least
To be
something I can think
honest.
about, barring with health being there as well.
Yeah, I'm not saying don't because I'm also trying to think because I'm pretty sure
I
they
also
played
want to start Tet. You know what I mean? Like he's been good.
Yeah, absolutely.
because
I mean, what's
2
he
weeks
wa-
is a fantasy championship. I'm pretty sure Rice plays Denver in the fantasy championship,
Oof.
if I'm not mistaken, on Christmas night. So
You are correct, actually, now that I think about it. I remember
Yeah, so
seeing that
that-
on the scheduling.
now, granted, he did well against Denver. He didn't do well. He had 2 touchdowns, but he did not have a lot of production. So he did good enough for fantasy. But yeah, that's
He's a little bit matchup proof in that way because
yeah.
Red
They'll
zone
get him the
threat.
ball somehow. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that definitely does change it for me a little bit. But yeah, like a prime example of the kind of micro stuff you've got to do instead of just, hey, I'm going to trade for this old player or this producing old player. Like if you're trading for Devontae Adams or something like that, it's really got to make sense.
Also, you know Austin's a Panthers fan because he says T Mac instead of Tet.
That's literally what he's asked
what he said he
people
wants to go
him.
call by.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
mean,
That's
it's called
only a
being
Panthers
respectful.
fan cares about that.
Yeah, it's called being respectful. You're correct.
Respectful. I'm from Jersey.
I know that's right. And an Eagles fan. I can't imagine why I would get any respect from there.
More kind of off season wise, right? And I'll just say a plug. I don't know if this is time to transition into this, but off season wise, everyone needs a break. So don't be pissed if in January you're sending out trade offers and they're not responding. Some people just like to, they've been grind. Like I grind. I usually like to respond, right? But that's not everybody. So don't get offended if someone doesn't respond for like a week or 2 when the season's over. And then let's just put it out there. Everyone's probably going to be leaving a dynasty league or 2. Just make sure you're leaving one better than not. I want to say than you got it, but in good condition where it doesn't make it a nightmare for the commish to get someone in. That, for example, if you're planning on leaving, don't sell off all your pieces to compete, lose in the semifinals, and say, "Well, I'm out." That's a pretty dirtbag thing to do, I think, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Rule
And-
number 1 for me, if you're leaving a league, is you cannot trade away your first from that season or future first for that matter.
Yeah.
That's kind of my thing. I have a team that is back-to-back champions, and I think I can win it again, but I would like to get one more piece. But I know I'm leaving the league. It's just not a fun league. I don't really enjoy it. I it sucks if I three-peat and I leave, but I haven't traded my first. It's still sitting there. It's going to be there when I do decide to leave, but it's just part of it for me. It's kind of my rule of thumb for any kind of dynasty, etiquette.
I would say
And
in
you
the
should
only
pay
case where if you do, you should pay for it. Yeah.
Correct.
You should pay for that
yeah.
season.
Yes.
I like to do
absolutely.
that anyway if I'm leaving, to be like,
Yeah.
hey,
I do too.
I'm gonna pay for it. But especially if you're trading away some pieces to try to get a championship.
Now, if you knew you were leaving at the beginning of the year and you're leaving a good team, I don't think you have to, and you told the commissioner at the beginning of the year, or halfway through the year, something like that, and you're leaving the team in good condition, I don't think you have to pay for the league. If he struggles, and he can't find someone, that's a nice thing to do. But
Yeah.
if you're leaving at the end of the year, it's a bit of a surprise. If the team isn't awesome, yeah, you really should.
Yeah, I agree. But unfortunately, not everybody's a good person.
Yeah.
So as someone
Yes.
who's commissions multiple leagues, I know we all do. It's quite frustrating when somebody's like, "Oh, I'm leaving," and then you look at their roster and they're like, "Well, no wonder they're leaving." So please don't be that person.
Don't be that guy.
Yeah.
I only did that one time, and it wasn't even a bad roster, and I did pay for the next season. It was a DWZ Patreon league. I just had traded Hurts for nothing, like his rookie year, and I just couldn't, when he became the starter and was good as an Eagles fan, I just couldn't have it be in a league that I did that. So I left.
That's so wild. Oh,
Okay.
Another thing I'd say is just at some point during the season, especially well before the rookie draft, just looking at where your team is by position, kind of like, hey, where am I at quarterback? Where am I at wide receiver? And kind of like make your game plan of, hey, how much youth do I want to inject to this? You know, if I've got 12 first round picks, do I want to make half those picks? Or how many of those do I want to trade away? And what kind of positions am I looking to trade away for, right? And then you go, say you need running backs, go to the teams that has the most running backs, right? Chances are if they've got more running backs, you might get one cheaper than you would if someone's like got 2 stud starters and that's it. And then also just pay attention in the playoffs to like who the league winners are. So league winners obviously being like, hey, top 5 scoring almost every week in the playoffs, right? Which Saquon Barkley was pretty much one of those players, right?
Yeah.
And Austin was pretty adamant about selling him at the end of last season. I wasn't completely on board with that, but I do feel like there's a pretty big drop off from real league winners to the next year, especially if they're older league winners, right? If they're, if Gibbs continues to crush through the playoffs, like you're not going to get a discount on him. So I'm not going to say like sell him, for sure. Always depends on the price, but
yeah, usage is a huge thing to follow. That's the touch count and the usage is really one thing that science has realized doesn't work for players, especially as they get older. So try to see these guys that are getting 300 plus touches, especially as a running back, and these receivers that are getting extreme touches. There's data that backs the following year they don't perform to that same level more times than not. So it may suck losing Saquon Barkley on your contender, but if you went and did Quinshon Judkins in a first, I bet you're feeling pretty decent right now. Much less if you got, if you did better, like if you picked a better performer, you're feeling really good about that. Javante in 2 first. Imagine how you felt right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So going back to the first, there's a lot of chatter about the 26 class not being great, not having 12 first-round picks. I don't want to get into that now. We have plenty of time to do that and break all of that down. But I do want to talk about what to do with the first. So, we've talked about in the Discord, trade your 26 first for your championship now. That's a good idea. And if you can do that, definitely do that. But it's hard. Like, I thought I could trade that pick for numerous different players that I could trade that pick for a month ago that I cannot now. Like, a first and a second for Dak does not get it done. Believe it or not. So,
yeah.
I offered a first for JMO. That's not being accepted. I don't know. It wasn't a smash anyway. So, if you can't get that done, don't pay your first for an inferior player. Hold on to it. And then the closer we get to the draft, the more people are going to be hyping up these prospects. Whether they're legit prospects or not, they're going to get hype. And people are still going to catch rookie fever. It still happens every year. So trade your first then. Pick a good first-round level talent that you think will rise in value and trade your first for him then. One of the guys that you mentioned him earlier, but one of the guys I was after all last offseason and will be after all this offseason again, Rome Odunze.
Yeah. Yeah, he started so good too. I was like, yes, vindication. Injury and just kind of tapered off too. So
I feel like I've played the Rome game exactly right. I started tearing up from him early in the year when he was playing well. And so I've kind of thinned out my shares, and now I'm ready to start reacquiring him in the off season.
Nice.
Word. Yeah, I think it's always a good philosophy to fish your picks as the draft season comes. People get crazy. I know last off season, I actually bought a pick from a guy who had just. It was when Mixon was still healthy and going crazy, and I traded him for the guys first. That was the 106, and took Judkins. And now sold Judkins back to him for multiple first. So it's kind of the same kind of thing. Always fish for these guys that people love picks and then hate them, and you just never know what you're going to get when pick time comes. What kind of offers will come, swimming your way. Cool. Anybody got anything else?
Yeah, really, I like to speculate in the offseason, like I said. I like to find players that I think are gonna raise value. And stay tuned. We'll be with you all offseason. I'll be letting you know who those guys are as we go through. But yeah, I like to find guys that I think are gonna perform better than what their value is now. Just guys that usually just depressed value guys. Mike just threw off his headset and walked out.
He did not like what you said.
No, he did not. All right. Yeah, that's really all I have.
Yeah,
And
I think that was a good basis on what to be doing over these next couple months.
yeah, okay, right on. All right, let's transition into something that kind of works with this. Some of these guys are guys that you should target. I did it again. I did the verbal transition instead of just saying the transition. So sorry, Austin.
It's okay, man.
Chad would give me a little look right now.
Yeah. See, I'm nicer than Chad. I'm from the South. I'm not a New York Giants fan. Speaking of New York Giants, since Chad's not here, I'm not going to go too hard into this, but I saw something that it was saying over the last decade, if you add all their win-loss records, which teams have been the worst. And for the last 10 years, no matter how you combine it or subtract it, two worst teams are the Giants and the Jets.
I saw that too.
So the state of New York and professional football is not going very well.
No, it's not. It hasn't for a long time. I love it. Makes me so happy.
I'm sure you do.
All right, so let's talk about some 2026 free agents. There's a lot of names on this list. I feel like there's going to be a lot of movement this year. Let's start with the big list of wide receivers. Do you want to read it off, Austin?
Yeah. So receivers, Alec Pierce, George Pickens. We're including DJ Moore because there's a really big chance he's going to become some sort of free agent. Romeo Dobbs, Jahan Dotson, Mike Evans, Debo Samuel, Jacoby Myers, Jawan Jennings, and Keenan Allen. And then a lot more lower tier guys that some of them will end up becoming relevant.
I mean, obviously Pickens is the Ferrari of that group. We've talked about him quite a bit. We can kind of move on from him. Are there any other names that
I do want to say I don't see there's any opportunity that Dallas lets him leave. I think they'll figure out a way to pay him something, whether it's a tag.
even after what happened with Parsons?
Well, I mean, this gives them money. This allows more money to do that, even if it is just for another year.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, personally, I don't think there's an avenue that he goes anywhere.
No, I agree.
All right. Any other names that stick out?
I mean, Jacoby Myers has got to be interesting, considering he's now, this is his third place he's produced. Kind of feels like
Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, kind of feels like no matter where he goes, he's going to produce to some level. So, as a contender, it's a good vet piece that you can probably acquire when that time comes.
Worth a second?
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of has to be. I mean,
he produces that, so
yeah. I actually almost
I
almost offered a second for him today, from a contender. Just I need a flex.
Yeah, he feels like a good one. Like he should be. He feels relatively
Would you rather
safe.
have like him or Wandale, do you think? Obviously, Wandale's not. I don't think Wandale's a free
I'd rather have Wandale. He's 24.
Yeah. I just feel like it's kind of close-ish. Production than two.
I think I'd rather have Myers.
Wandale.
I feel safer in what I'm going to get out of Myers.
Wandale's wide receiver 14 in PPR. Is that not crazy as hell?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty
He
wild.
did have one super mess.
Yeah, he did have
So-
a blow up, but that doesn't get you to 14.
Yeah, no, yeah, got it.
I mean, he's really broken out this year. Hell of a time to do it. He's going to get paid somewhere. I don't think he'll stay with the Giants. I just knowing that organization and what they just don't seem to pay their own guys. They don't seem to be able to get those things right. So I see him moving on. So instead, tell me if I did the right thing. I don't know if I did I did send a second. I sent the seconds for Myers, Godwin, and Juwan Jennings. I think it's a 7.75 premium.
Juwan Johnson or Juwan Jennings?
The one from the Saints.
Johnson.
Yes. And that's the one that got accepted.
Yeah, I mean,
Playoff second.
yeah, it's fine. You hope he doesn't get, overdrafted by the one tight end in this draft.
Yeah.
And other than that, I mean, there are some interesting tight ends that are available this offseason, but I would assume they have enough other holes that they don't tackle that.
Well, they re-signed him, right? He's under contract.
Yeah, he
for a
is.
couple years. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Alec Pierce. What's it take to get him?
I'm not paying more than a third.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I could pay a playoff second either.
It just doesn't feel consistent.
Yeah, I mean, he started out as a boom bust player, so that I understand why you think that, but he's been a lot more consistent than that this year.
Yeah,
We'll see how it goes now for the rest of the season.
Yeah, that's
I would speculate on him for a second, though, especially in this class. What about Jahan Dotson? Would you pay a third?
no.
No? I'd
No.
do that all day. If he goes to the right place, he could easily be a wide receiver, too. You wouldn't pay a third for a wide receiver, too. You plug in it, you flex.
He just hasn't done it in so long. He hasn't been really anything fantasy relevant.
But why? Why? You have to ask yourself why, and how old is he? You know, he's like 20, 26.
Because his team that drafted him that he was actually okay with didn't want him and got rid of him.
That's true. It was a new regime, though. That was not the people that drafted him.
Yeah, but it's
New
still
regime
what
came
you-
in.
And
Yeah,
then
he
he went to a new team, and then you didn't do anything because of who's there. So
He definitely
Right.
had an
not
attitude
a great excuse. Yeah,
and thought he was owed a starting spot with the new regime, and they disagreed, so they traded him. But he's been humbled, and he won a ring. Playing as a third receiver, I think he's matured. I think he's learned. Seriously, all the things from Jahan Dotson have been really positive from the locker room, and he's taken to his role just fine. So, yeah, third round pick for the chance that I get a flex play out of him for most of next year, all of next year. Would love that.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
Okay. Who else we got on here? All right, you gave me shit, Mike, for trading Juwan Jennings for a high third and Flacco a few weeks ago as the Burrow owner.
Yeah,
Doesn't feel great, but is he really worth anything more than a second?
He's worth a second. That's a big
he's worth a
difference between
second.
a third.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's like
A high third and
what
Flacco.
he paid is like almost the difference of Jahan Dotson there, and I'd much rather have Juwan Jennings than Jahan Dotson. Like a backup quarterback that's not going to be on that for 3 more weeks or 4
I don't
more
know
weeks or
about
whatever
that.
it was at the time.
Do I really want? I mean, Jahan Dotson's younger, right? If they're both free agents, you don't have the San Fran or the Philly bias. I think I'd rather have Jahan Dotson in a vacuum.
Oh yeah, no, give me Jennings. He's obviously produced
Okay.
more the past 2 years than Dotson has.
Maybe it's my Penn State bias. Mike Evans is a free agent.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere else.
I don't think he'll go anywhere else. He'll
No, I don't
either
either.
retire or do a team friendly deal.
Yeah.
Is DJ Moore a good player anymore? Is he just
I
a
have
bad
no
fit
idea.
for this offense?
I mean, I think he's good.
I think there's some shenanigans going on there. I don't know what it is, relationship with the coach or what the case is. When the season didn't start well, when he was like, well, I don't know what my role is going to be because it's very different. It's like, Oh well, that's a big red flag.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
I think it doesn't
I
fit
think
the
he's still
offense.
good.
I think he's still a good player. What can you get DJ Moore for? Can you get him for a second?
I don't know if somebody would trade him away for a second, but I don't think his value is much more than that.
Yeah, no, I would
I would-
definitely wouldn't pay a first for him. So.
No, Lord.
No, he's very far from a first. I wouldn't even pay a high second. You know, in fact, mid second. It's about as high as I would go. Second and a third.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't have an issue paying that. I believe in the player, I think.
Yeah, I think.
I think.
And it definitely really matters where he goes for sure.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I just feel like he's produced so well for so long. Like, what made him be bad all of a sudden?
Hmm.
And
If
maybe
any
he
of
just
these guys,
isn't good.
landing spot is everything. If any of these guys go to New England, their value skyrockets.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, let's go to running back.
I'll take it. So we got
Alright.
Travis Etienne, Javante Williams, Rico Dowdle, Brees Hall, Kenneth Walker, and J.K. Dobbins.
Kind of exciting list. Some names in there.
I'm just
Yeah,
so
for
excited to see where Brees Hall goes. I
Yeah,
want to see him escape.
that's the crown jewel.
Why he wasn't traded, I have no idea. But I'm
'cause
excited
they
to
went to
see
comp.
him.
I
I'm
assume
excited
that
to see him get his pick.
they probably weren't offered a pick that was better than the comp pick they'll get when he leaves.
Yeah, which will likely be a third.
Yeah,
That's
so they
likely what the comp pick they'll get. So
so they probably weren't offered that.
That makes sense.
yeah, it does.
Gosh, I'm
It is-
surprised they would. I'm surprised teams wouldn't have paid a third. I would have paid a third for Brees Hall
I mean, I think Kansas City's not going to make the playoffs because they didn't pay a third.
because they didn't. Yeah, which is wild. Wild.
Yeah, that's to me. That's the big piece that offense is missing is Brees
Yeah.
Hall.
Absolutely. And I,
Yeah, it'd
as a
be something
Broncos fan,
else.
I hate it, but for fantasy, I'd love it.
Yeah, it would be really something else to see him on that team. That'd be amazing. All right, Etienne. Is he second on that list for you guys, or Javante?
It's ETN. I think 2 out of 3 years showing high end production. That's kind of what you want to see. I mean, at this point, I'd almost rather him stay there.
Yeah.
I know earlier in the season we thought he'd go, but I mean, I'm kind of fine with him staying. The production's been there.
I'm not gonna lie, all the other guys I'd kind of rather see stay. I don't necessarily need to see in a new home, except for Kenneth Walker. Like if
Yes,
he went to
Walker has
Dallas,
go.
if he went to Dallas and Javante left or something like that, then I'd be like, ooh, that's interesting.
As a Chuba lover, I really want to see Dowdle move on.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm fine with that too.
Go back to the Cowboys.
Yeah, that'll never happen. Just listening to Rico talk about Dallas. I
Yeah,
can
he's
promise
pissed.
that will never happen.
Oh,
It's,
shit.
he's like Amon Ra with the list of wide receivers drafted
Yeah.
above him. He reads that every day still.
Yeah, I feel pretty confident there's no chance in that one happening.
I would love to see Kenneth Walker go somewhere where they know how to use him, or I don't know.
The Saints
where
would
it's
be
not
really exciting.
Weird.
With Kamara going out.
Yeah,
Saints would be a
would
lot of fun.
interesting. Could see that.
Houston.
Yeah.
He'd be good.
Yeah,
I mean,
I do kind of
Think-
like Marks though. I like how he's.
Man,
Marks has been pretty solid.
I
been
think
pretty
he's
solid.
more of a second back, though.
Yeah, I could see.
I
it,
don't think
but-
he's a lead back, and I don't think they see him that way.
I mean, a lot of teams, to be honest, don't have lead backs anymore.
Yeah.
Like just true workhorses. It's probably less than half the teams.
Yeah,
I feel like.
Okay, well, I just mean I don't think he's he's a starting back in the league. I just think he's a second back on any good offense. It seems
he-
like they got stuck with him in that position. They expected that Mixon.
Yeah, which that really hurt me. You want to talk about something that really hurt my dynasty season?
What, Mixon?
Yes, having Mixon on no teams really hurt
Yep.
all season.
I had Mixon on no teams too.
No. I'm saying like not being able to have him. I have 3 or 4 shares as a contender,
Oh, gotcha.
and
Oh,
not
okay.
being able to have him as a RB2, 3 flex, whatever. That was brutal.
Gotcha.
Yeah, got out of my Mixon shares a while ago. All right, what else we got on this list? That's about it. I mean, Dobbins is toast, right? Was it an ACL?
No, I
No,
think
it wasn't
was,
as severe.
I think it was ankle or something.
Oh, ankle. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Maybe.
it wasn't that
I don't
severe.
even know. Yeah, it wasn't a big season in. Like he might be back for the playoffs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
Or,
not
yeah.
that severe.
You think the Broncos will bring him back next year?
I could see it. Yeah. If it's close to what it is this year, which I don't know why any team would offer him more.
What do you
based off he
think-
got hurt again.
How do you think? What do you think about the job that RJ Harvey's done since he left?
I think he's been pretty great.
Yeah.
He looks good. I don't want him to be a workhorse. I hate to say it just because it's Sean Payton, but it is like Alvin Kamara-esque role. And I think it can grow, but he doesn't look bigger than him, doesn't drop a lot of balls. They're in the passing game. Like he hasn't had big explosions, but also when he's like in the goal line, inside the 10, like he gets it in there. Receiving,
Yeah, they use
running,
him a lot.
he gets it. So they definitely don't shy away from him for some of the much lesser talented backs like McLaughlin and toilet
he's,
sprayer, bidet, whatever.
He leads the rookie running backs in RB1 games on the season. He's got
Oh, wow.
5. Judkins and Genty have 4.
Yeah, it's a lot of touchdowns that are propping him up, but I don't think it's unwarranted with how he's.
But he gets a lot
considering how the offense has been hit or miss.
He gets a lot of red zone touches.
Yeah, which is what you want, right?
Yeah, right. So if a guy scores a lot of touchdowns and it's fluky, that's one thing, but they're intentionally trying to score with him. So I don't think that doesn't seem fluky at all. All right. We'll do tight ends, and then I'll talk about quarterback a little bit more than just being putrid. But tight ends, we have Kelsey, Goddard, and Pitts.
Yeah, Kelsey's going to join the Taylor Swift tour, so I don't think he'll be anywhere else.
When Kelsey retires, have I said this to you guys before? When Kelsey retires, he is going to become like Obi-Wan in, what is that, Empire Strikes Back, when he dies. And he says to Darth Vader, or is that, no, it's the first one. When he says to Darth Vader, if you strike me down, I will become more powerful than you can ever imagine. That is going to be Kelsey. When he retires, we will not stop seeing him for 2 seconds at a time ever.
That is
He will
true.
be everywhere all the time. I just want him to keep playing just so I don't have to deal with that. Like, I love Jason Kelsey, but I don't want to see him ever again. I'm so sick of him. I mean, unless he wants to come back and play center. Because we could use that.
I mean, if Phillip Rivers can come back, Kelsey can always come back.
Oh, jeez. That is just such a farce. They made themselves look like idiots with that.
I'm so worried about what it'll look like, but maybe we should talk about the more interesting tight ends.
Yeah, Pitts. I mean,
He's got-
obviously.
He might have just caught his third touchdown.
Oh, really?
Of the night.
He just-
Yeah.
He's smashing tonight.
He's smashing tonight. So he might be the big sell for
God,
this
it makes me feel like
offseason.
it makes me wish I didn't get my I didn't get my buy in Einstein's because I'd have started him. Over
I got him in Pokemon, so that makes me happy.
I
He's
know.
my
Yeah, I
tight-
know.
he was my
Playing
tight end
against
too,
me,
yeah.
of course.
Sorry,
I didn't deserve to make the playoffs in that league either, but
Am I?
Yeah.
against you? I thought I was against
Yeah.
someone else. Oh,
yeah, it's me. Yeah, I didn't deserve to make the playoffs, but I'll take it. I didn't know what would happen, but yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
it is
Pitts is
against-
definitely
it is against
interesting. I assume if he produces to this level, he's not going anywhere, which is a little less exciting, but
42 points.
Right, with London there, he doesn't produce like he.
yeah.
This is really kind of a scam. Would
But there-
you buy him?
I mean, not after this week, but
Not after this week. Yeah, I wouldn't either.
In the offseason, would you buy him?
I mean, it depends on what he does, because if he keeps producing anywhere close to this level, his price is going to get too expensive. But
Yeah. I would never pay a first ever again for Kyle Pitts.
I mean, I think if you're at the point of needing a tight end, I don't know how many more avenues you're going to have outside of players like Pitts for that first price range, because you have the guys that are really expensive, and then you have guys that you don't want to play. So I mean, a 24 going on 20, excuse me, just turned 25-year-old tight end. Um, there aren't many other guys worth that first. You're going to miss on Sadiq Bey most likely if you have a late first. Excuse me, Kenyon Sadiq, not the
Thank you.
basketball player Sadiq
I,
Bey.
I just, isn't he a
That
power
got me
forward?
too. Yeah, that got me. You're going to miss on him with your late first, so I don't recommend it. But if you're in dire need of a tight end, there aren't going to be many better options for just that single first.
There's a couple other tight ends coming out this year.
Yeah, sure. Not
There
the
are.
first. Not the first.
Not at all.
Um,
Yeah, but you didn't have to draft a tight end in the first this year to get Harold Fannin or Rondé
True.
Gadsden.
That's the exception, not the rule.
Since we're on tight end real quick, this is just a question that has been burning a hole in my mind. I just wanted to ask you, Austin, Gadsden or Fannin?
I mean, it has to be Fanning because of the production you're seeing with the usage, but it's still a coin flip for me on their career production. I don't think what Fanning's getting production wise is going to be sustainable in a functioning offense. And Gadsden, because of the O line and the quarterback, can't get targeted. With Herbert being hurt and their O line literally gave a 72% pressure rate last week.
I can't believe they won that
I
game.
mean, that is absolutely
Sorry,
bonkers.
he was getting murdered.
I mean, you just can't run routes and get open and catch the ball if the quarterback doesn't have time to even make it to his first progression, much less through his first progression.
Mike's been muted, just so you know.
No, I'm good.
So,
Oh, yeah. Oh, you can unmute yourself. Damn.
Sucker. I totally forgot who they were playing. But
so
no,
yeah, I mean, it's a coin flip for me, but currently the value is going to be on the Fannin side.
Yeah, same. I would love for Fannin to be on the Chargers. That would be interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
Not really. Not right now.
Well, no.
Not this year.
I would rather them be attached to Herbert than whoever Cleveland is going to bring in.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and that's kind of why
that's
I say
my
it's
big
a coin
deal,
flip
yeah.
for me. Is Herbert's not going to be hurt forever, and Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt aren't going to be hurt forever. So I think as the time goes, Gadsden's usage is going to go back up. Keenan Allen's not going to be there much longer. There's a lot of avenues where Gadsden's production goes. Is when their offense was healthy, I feel like we're more likely to see that kind of production than him not being able to be targeted because Herbert can't make it through a progression before being hit.
He's absolutely the more dynamic player, will make bigger plays than Fannin, but in a world where Shador Sanders develops into a decent quarterback, Fannin should see a lot of volume.
Yeah.
Ton of volume.
I do agree with that. But I think they would, if they were smart, they would bring in a better receiver. At least one.
Oh, in
Cleveland.
In Cleveland? Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely have to.
So that's kind of why I say I don't think the production and target share is sustainable.
I mean, after the way Judy has dogged everything this year, they need to just cut him.
What? I thought he was good.
He has just proven that he is Jerry Judy this year. God, I'm done.
Yes, he did.
I am over it. I've been up and down with this character through his career, and I'm just done.
A couple more I do want to bring up tight end wise. Njoku is going to be a free agent.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I don't know how I missed that.
You also missed, to me, the most exciting one, Isaiah Likely.
What? Is he really?
Yeah.
Yes. They chose Mark Andrews, so Likely is going to be a free agent, which to me is extremely exciting. And
They straight up chose Andrews too.
Yeah,
They
and
just
there's
extended him.
Yeah. So
I wonder if that was
I'd like to see Likely in Denver. Woo.
I wonder if that was a cost thing. If Likely wanted too much.
I mean, they
I
paid
can't
pretty.
imagine that.
They paid the sixth highest.
They paid Andrews a lot. Yeah.
He's the
Yeah.
sixth highest paid tight end.
All right, maybe they just don't.
If they would have offered likely what Andrews got, I'm sure he would have said yes.
I would assume so.
It doesn't 100% preclude them from bringing him back, though. Teams do weird stuff all the time, and teams are going 12 personnel more and more and more and more.
But just think how gross we say the tight end landscape is. You can't say there's not teams out there that are going to be looking for tight ends.
It's true. It's true. A lot of times
Yeah.
guys will sign early, though, with their team, just snatch up the offer they got.
We'll see.
But yeah, he's a huge buy if people aren't paying attention. Likely he's going to have a pretty huge market this offseason.
And I will tell you, I know you always bust my chops about this guy, but if Goddard goes to the right place, he's still an excellent tight end. He has not lost anything. He's a really good blocker, and he's an excellent receiver. They use him in the red zone. He gets a lot of yak. He uses him in the red zone now. He gets a lot of yak, and like I said, if he goes to the right place,
I mean, he's a serviceable tight end, no doubt.
Yeah.
serviceable.
Yeah.
Points per game.
Trade AJ Brown. He might go back to Philly and be even better.
Okay.
Does that take us into the overtime?
Yeah, we got anything else on any of that?
No.
Oh yeah, quarterbacks. So the only thing I have to say about this is I have seen people play this strategy. Storm Bless is one of them, Brett. I'm pretty sure I've seen him do this, where they just collect all the backup quarterbacks that people have dropped. And if they are a backup quarterback on an NFL team, you know, I've seen people with like 10 of them on their roster when you have deep dynasty rosters. It's not a bad strategy to start snatching up the Flacco, Wentz, Tyrod Taylor, all the guys that got run this year. I mean, Pickett is now a starter. Just pick those guys up, and who knows, maybe somebody will throw you a pick. I picked Wentz up off of waivers personally, but I saw him get traded for thirds all over the place. So just picking up those guys can sometimes just be a free late pick.
Yeah.
I like it.
I mean, yeah, the quarterback market for free agencies in the NFL is going to be a disaster. I don't know what teams are going to do. So on Spotrac, they have Daniel Jones and Aaron Rodgers as the two most valuable quarterbacks in the offseason. And as we both know, neither one of those are going to be playing this coming season. Next on the list, they have Russell Wilson, Marcus Mariota, Zach Wilson, Tyrod Taylor, Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Jimmy G, Mitchell Trubisky, Trey Lance, Malik Willis.
So Jameis is not a free agent?
No, they signed a 2-year, didn't they?
Yeah.
He just
Send
wants to
him
be a
first,
backup.
right?
He just
Yeah.
does not want to start.
That's what he fits.
It just would be so much fun. So out of that list, the one that's interesting to me besides Flacco is Mariota. So if you look at what he's doing right now or has done this year, he's starting to embrace the Flacco, Jameis Winston, huck it down the field and cross your fingers kind of. Like, he's not the sort of dink and dunk run around Mariota that he used to be. He just doesn't care if he throws picks anymore. And that is the kind of guy, the kind of backup quarterback that I love to watch, and it's great for fantasy.
Yeah.
So he's the one that's a little interesting to me if he's out on waivers.
Yeah. I mean, he won't be currently.
He won't be. Yeah, is the problem.
But
he's
he
playing.
could get dropped in the offseason.
Sure.
He could, yeah.
But I think he'll re-sign in Washington, so people will likely hold on to him.
Well, yeah, that's true. Right. I was about to say even better because it's a.
Yeah.
I mean,
With the Daniels injury history now, people will be much less inclined to drop Mariota.
As a Daniels owner, I might be more inclined to buy Mariota at that point
Yeah.
if that happens.
I really have to wonder if I'm going to re-sign him in RSO or not now.
Yeah,
Speaking
but
of RSO, guys, Reality Sports Online, fun time.
No.
it's something.
I forgot to resign this season, so no.
Oh, that's right. You guys forgot to use your extension.
Yeah. But yeah, the NFL is going to be a really fun time with quarterbacks because at least 5 teams at least in the league don't have their quarterback situation handled, and as we just discussed, there are not 5 quarterbacks that a team can go in and say, "Hey, we're going to start you this year."
There's one.
Is there in that list we just discussed?
Oh, no, I mean in the draft.
That's exactly my point. There's 0 in this list, and there's 1 in the draft. And there's more than one team that needs a quarterback for 2026.
Yeah.
So it's going to be really interesting to see what these teams do because
What about
mean,
Brissett? Is he
he's
signed
under
in
contract.
Arizona?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He may be their starter next year.
He may be an option. I agree. I don't think he'll be this. I mean, he's been terrible. He's just been good for fantasy.
Right.
So I don't think that organization with that coaching staff can go in another season with that as the quarterback option.
Just don't know what they're going to find.
That's this is what I'm saying is it's going to be so interesting to see what teams do. Like Vegas, hell, like Miami. Are they going to stick with Tua another year if McDaniel goes?
I guess Tua could go somewhere.
Yeah, it's Pittsburgh. What are they going to do? It's a mess, and I'm so excited
Kyler,
to
where's
see.
Kyler gonna go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does Minnesota do? We already discussed that. It's
I'd love to see Tua in Minnesota.
that's a really good fit.
Oh, it would be beautiful.
That
I
is
would
a
like to
good
see
fit.
Kyler in Vegas. I don't know if it's a good fit, but I'd like to see.
So
He-
you were having connectivity issues. I said the Saints, depending on obviously what Shuck goes on, but I think Kellen Moore does fit really well with Kyler.
I could see that too.
So you guys know I'm high on Shuck and have been since I learned who he was. But I've just been waiting for him to be bad so I can call him Shuck.
Oh, shucks.
Shuck.
Do you relate to him because he's an old man doing
Older,
a young man's
yeah,
job?
he's old man.
Uh-huh. Old man, got a little wheels.
Kind of has your hair.
Yeah, kind of has my hair. Got a little
Did
wheels
you
you
just say
wouldn't
little
expect.
wheels? Come on.
Yeah,
you
he's a
don't
little
have no
sneaky.
wheels except on your car.
I want to see
sneaky.
Jesse run a 40.
My fastest in my career was
Career.
5 flat. I was a catcher. So, yeah, I had a college sports career.
Oh, there you go.
Intramural?
Better than me.
No, I played.
Intramural.
I'm just kidding. Well, back then everything was in black and white, so
Yeah. Well, that's when the intramural first started. So
I played in the
true.
dead ball era. So, before Babe Ruth. So there was only 2 or 3 home runs a year when we played.
oh, nice. That's when your parents had to stitch your clothing to play the games and stuff. The
Well, yeah, I
jerseys?
used an oven mitt.
Oh,
I
nice.
used my mom's oven mitt. Anything fun this week? You guys go anywhere? Do anything fun? Watch anything good?
I started watching Gen V.
What's that?
It's from The Boys, the world of The Boys,
Oh,
the
is it a
Amazon
spinoff?
TV show. Yeah, so there's 2 seasons. They just came out with the 2nd season, but the 4th season of The Boys is starting, I guess, and I guess season 2 in April or something like that. And
Mm.
then season 2 of Gen V was apparently there's lots of connections with it going into season 4. So
Is it
I was really
good?
excited. Yeah. I was kind of binging it, and some of it's really wild, but you're also just like, whoa, that's kind of crazy.
I mean, I love The
That's what
Boys.
that
It's
whole
kind of
whole show is.
they've taken it a little too far. Like they should have probably ended it sooner,
Yeah, but
or at least exploded everything and started over. You know what I mean?
yeah. But no, it was good. It was really good.
Nice.
So I enjoyed it.
I mean, it was like, when was it the A Train ran through that dude's girlfriend? It was like
That was
6
the
years
first.
ago.
That was the first season, first episode. Yeah.
Yeah, how long ago was that? That's a long time.
Yeah.
I mean,
Almost
we
like
should've-
Stranger Things at this point.
Yeah, we should have figured something out with Homelander by now.
But yeah.
Anything for you, Austin?
Yeah. I'm assuming y'all know that Netflix bought out HBO and all that, so they put on a bunch of new TV shows, and the show The Staircase. It's about a family in Durham, North Carolina. Ironically, um, the guy got accused of killing his wife in a staircase, and it's
Like pushing her down it, or
or
kind of a thing, or
kind
Locking
of
her under it?
no, like making it look like she fell down the staircase, but in reality, he beat her head against the wall in the stairs. And it's about the case and then after, and it's pretty wild. It came. I didn't know it came out in 2022, but it's pretty
Yeah,
crazy. And
I know this one pretty well.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
He's a scumbag.
Yeah.
Not to spoil it for anybody, but if you're watching any of these shows, you should already know that the husband did it, and he's a scumbag always. So my recommendation on how to stay off of one of these specials, one of these documentaries or Dateline or whatever, just smile normal. You know, don't be one of those people whose smile lights up a room, because they're always the first to go on Dateline.
That is true.
We saw the Nutcracker. So at the Hippodrome
Oh,
Theater in Baltimore. I was very down on it going in. My wife used her old trick of, I'm going to see the Nutcracker in the city at 8:00 on a Saturday night. You can come or not. And I'm not going to let my wife go into the city by herself on a Saturday, on any night, really.
Yeah.
So, of course, my answer was, okay, yes, I'll escort you. And I just, assuming that, like, knowing they have a bar, so assuming I'll go have a few drinks, have a good time, and be bored and try to stay awake. It was awesome. I loved it. It was so good.
Good to hear. It's classic, man.
Yeah, I did not think I was going to like the ballet that much. First of all, the costumes were really colorful and awesome. The set was beautiful. And the music, I recognized more of the music than I realized. A lot of it I know from cartoons.
Yep.
And just Christmas music, obviously. And really, these guys and women are tremendous athletes. I mean, we analyze athletes on this show.
Oh yeah.
My wife is getting sick of me talking about, like, how good, like, how amazing, like, just some of the things that they can do, the strength and the control and the balance that they have that NFL players wish they could do. Like Jamar Chase,
it's crazy.
Chase wishes he could do some of the things that the lead in the Nutcracker could do. It was amazing. It was really cool. I loved it. I recommend it to anyone.
That's awesome. Yeah. Gosh, look at you, all cultured now, Jesse.
All cultured in the ballet. And then we, the other night we watched a Muppet Christmas special from 1987. And
hey, that's when I was born.
So good. Little infant Mikey was on there. No, but it was
baby.
All of the Muppets. The Muppet Babies. There were all of the Fraggles and all of the Sesame Street guys showed up. So it was really nice. It was a really, like, wonderful holiday party at Fozzie's mom's house.
Nice.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
So I recommend it if you can find it. If you have one of those devices, VC box or something like that, just look it up. Really, really good.
Nice.
I guess that's all I got.
That's all I got.
That's all.
I know we were gonna.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the front office.
Welcome to the front office. The lights are low, the boards are lit, and the dynasty clock is ticking. From the heart of the startup draft to the championship throne, one crew rules the long game. Give it up for the undisputed architects of empire. Dynasty Front